Hey YouTube friends, it's Nikki Sarah. Follow me on Instagram. Today I wanted to do a story time slash a little bit of informative video about under eye fillers. They're the only fillers I have experience with, so I'm just going to give you guys some information about it and my experience with them, what I think of it. So for those of you that haven't really heard of under eye fillers, they're just fillers that go under your eyes to help either conceal dark circles or heavy baggage, whatever it may be. That's a big insecurity of many women. I've always had really deep sunken eyes, so I was always interested in doing something for that. If you're getting anything injected under your eye for fillers, it's always going to be a hyaluronic acid base. So that's like Restalyne, Belotero, or Juvederm. Those are all hyaluronic acid based. What's cool about that is that they can easily be dissolved by hyaluronidase, and I'm sorry if I'm butchering these words, but for me, when I was researching under eye fillers, that's what made it a little less scary for me, just knowing that, okay, if my doctor messes up, you can get this dissolved. So let me go into my story time of my experience with it. I got it done January 2018, so it's been a little over 2 years. I was always insecure about my under eyes. I had really dark under eyes and they're really deep set. So the fillers have been popular for a while, but 2018, for whatever reason, that's when I was seeing it all over Instagram. It was mainly lips, but I've never really had insecurities about my lips, but I did have them heavy about my under eyes, so I researched it a bit and I decided this is something I wanted to try, especially because under the eyes it lasts about 6 months, and I was like, okay, I want it to last as long as possible, but not forever, because you also have to remember they are not cheap. Fillers are not cheap, so you do want to get your money's worth. So I was doing a lot of research on doctors for under eye fillers in my area. I ended up going on Groupon and just seeing if there were any providers near me that had a deal for Restalyne. One of the doctors I found was a really famous doctor in my area. I am not gonna put his name, but he goes by the name of Mr. Baltimore, so he's a pretty big deal, and he had crazy good reviews, like good reviews on Groupon, good reviews on Google, on Real Self. I don't know if you guys know about Real Self. Real Self is the perfect app for if you're getting anything cosmetic, whether it's plastic surgery, whether it's fillers, anything. Real Self is such a good app. So I definitely recommend downloading that if you're interested in anything cosmetic. So this doctor had great reviews, and I was just like, wow, I'm surprised he's even on Groupon. Like, I have to jump on this. I called him. They were like, obviously we need to see you for a consultation first. And I was like, cool, I was really excited. So I went to my first consultation, and he pretty much told me that I needed 2 full syringes. And ladies, it's important. Whenever you're getting something done, make sure when you have a voice in your head that's telling you, really, is he trying to play me, or does that make sense? Like, listen to that voice. I mean, obviously the doctor knows more than you 9 times out of 10, but if you have thoughts in your head that are questioning this doctor, listen to that. Don't ever go off just the doctor's words. Oh, and here, let me give you a little bit more of story. So the 1 syringe, I believe the discount on Groupon that he was offering was about, I want to say around $500. But the second syringe would obviously be at full price. Which I can't remember. I think it was like $800 or more. So I'm like, I'm gonna spend over $1,000 when I expected to come and spend $500, because I didn't expect to need 2 full syringes. So I did question him, because at that point I did think, seems like he might just be trying to get some more money. So I told him, let's do 1 syringe, and if I feel it's not enough, I'll come back and do the other. And he basically said, you could do that, but there's just no point. Like, I know you're not going to be happy with just one. It's really not going to make a difference. I definitely think you should do one full syringe in each under eye. Mind you, I have never gotten fillers before. And this is what this doctor is telling me. He has no idea how I would react to it. So, my silly self didn't go with my gut. I made the appointment and set it for the 2 syringes. So the day of my appointment, I went in, I believe they put on some numbing cream, and then they went and they started it. It really wasn't painful from what I remember, and it was really quick. So I was swollen afterwards, but I was kind of prepared for that because they tell you could be. It sucked, and I'm gonna put pictures in this video so you guys can see me the day after, as well as about 3 weeks after I got my under eye fillers. I had to go on a vacation. 2 or 3 weeks after, I went on a vacation to Cali with my boyfriend at the time, and my eyes were just more and more swollen, and I soon realized that it wasn't going away. It's not only that they were swollen, it's that the under eye fillers created, for both of them, but especially this eye, created like some sort of bumps that were here, under and there, and they made my eyes look more deep set than they ever looked before I got the fillers, and they made them look more dark than they looked before I got the fillers. So needless to say, I was almost depressed about it, and I called the doctor and I told him about it, and all he said was, if you come here, we can dissolve the filler for you. And in my head, I'm thinking, cool, so I spent over $1,000 and all you're gonna do is dissolve it? Yeah, you know, you're not offering my money back. And at this point, you just did this to me. Like, I looked botched. And it was embarrassing. Like, I looked way worse than I did way before I got the fillers. Way worse. I looked older. My eyes were sunken in. They were so dark. It looked swollen here for forever. I didn't want him to dissolve it, because to me that's not a solution. And ever since then, I was way more insecure than I was before I got those fillers done. I regretted them every single day. And even to this day, it's been over 2 years, those bumps have gone down a lot, but they have not gone away. My under eyes haven't even gone back to what they were before I got them done. So I do regret the filler. Don't recommend them. And I can talk about exactly what happened to me now that I've realized, because the doctor never told me. So it's really unlikely, but some other people have also experienced the under eye filler experience I had. And what it's called is Malar Edema. And for some patients, what happens is just there's some preorbital swelling that occurs. And it could occur anywhere near your eye. Mine, like I said, occurred there. And those last longer than the effects of the filler itself. So I waited like a year and some change to see another doctor and asked, what can I do to fix this? She was shocked at how it looked and the pictures I showed her of before, and she was just like, the first thing she said is, clearly you had a bad reaction. He should have never used 2 syringes on you. So that was the first mistake he made, and that's just how your body metabolized it. This is all just to say, think twice before you follow a trend or decide, hey, I've always been insecure about this in myself, and jump on the first thing that you hear could maybe fix that. I waited 2 years before I left this guy a review. And I said everything I had to say. I left one on Real Self and I left one on Google, and I put pictures. So the next morning, I woke up to emails from the doctor's secretaries offering to give me my money back if I took down the reviews. So that was just a wake-up call to me. So I took that money, I took the review down, and I decided whatever. But you guys have to be really careful who you trust. Do your research. And when it comes to dissolving a filler. You can't just trust any doctor in that, because that can mess you up more than the filler did. So using hyaluronidase to dissolve the filler is not as easy as the doctors make it seem before you get a filler. Again, go on Real Self, because on Real Self you see real people's reviews with pictures of their experience. So I saw enough pictures of people who got hyaluronidase to get a filler dissolved, and the effects of how it messed up their face and permanently, that I decided I will never put that to my face. Do your research. I know a lot of girls have gotten under eye fillers and have had great experience with it. But just know that malar edema is a possibility, and that doesn't go away. So yeah, I just wanted to make a story time about under eye fillers. Don't recommend. Do your research. Download Real Self. Do your research. And lastly, I actually wanted to talk about a new product I've been trying that I'm obsessed with. I don't know if you ladies have tried dip powders yet for doing your nails. I started trying dip powders about a year ago. Now I feel like I have mastered the process. I've figured how to do my nails with dip powders, and I'm obsessed with it. They last so much longer than just painting your nails. They don't chip like that. They're way stronger, your nails, once you dip them. I'm obsessed, and there's this brand I'm obsessed with right now because they have my horoscope in their name, but it's called Virgo and Gem. I'm a Gemini, and I'm just obsessed with Virgo and Gem, not only because of the name, but the colors are gorgeous. I actually left my colors at my sister's house, so I can't show you guys those, but I can show you my nails because I used some of my favorite colors last night to do them. But these are my nails. So these colors are Cherry Blossom, Minimalist. I have a glitter called Chloe, this glitter called Sparkle, and this color called Pampered. I'm obsessed with Virgo and Gem. If you're into doing your nails, you would love it, so I definitely recommend. But thank you so much for watching, guys. Like I said, I just wanted to do a quick video giving you guys information and just my story about under eye fillers. So I hope it was helpful, and just do your research and download Real Self.